Well, it is perhaps the best home field advantage in all of football, and certainly the loudest, as we welcome you to GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. The scene just a few moments ago, predictably loud and raucous here at Arrowhead as their beloved Chiefs took field, and they are set to match up with the Minnesota Vikings. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. They go play action. Now Mahomes. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions. Can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
First carry for Najee Harris. And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long. And a lot of times, these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
That swung out wide to Harris. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. First and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. Harris. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. Good first step there defensively, but they're still knocking on the doorstep, so maybe another run here?
I think so. One of my favorite coaches used to say, son, if you could darn near lay down near the end zone.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Najee Harris, touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Vikings are on the board first here on the road in Kansas City. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Not the start that they were hoping for. The interception on the first play of the game. It leads to 6 points the other way. How do you rebound from here?
A little bit of humor. Got to laugh that one off and not the ha-ha. That was very funny, but kind of like, can you believe that just happened? Let's go out and play now. Let's just start over.
He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. Sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there, and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. 2 of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10".
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. On play action, it's Mahomes. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. He's going to try and go deep again. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. A big play there for KC.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. And he's going to come up well shy of the first here as the tackle's made right around the 12. So on 4th down, Mahomes off. Harrison Butker on for the Chiefs field goal. Butker's kick here is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the 3.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Either not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They are coming off the game last week, which a very interesting game in Charles. Ultimately, it ended in a tie.
And that's difficult on teams because, let's face it, Brandon, they just don't know how to react. I mean, who does? Did you win? No. Did you lose? No. Because when you win, you jump up and down. Life's good. When you lose, you set your face in that stone look so that you show that you weren't hurt. I think it's one of those things that at the end of the year, you find out just how you're supposed to feel about that tie. Did it help you or hurt you in the standings? Then you'll know what you really should have felt that game.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. They go play action now. Ryan. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. Here comes the end around as Ryan will just leave this for his wideout. And he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown. Curtis Samuel with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. Extra point right down the middle, and that pushes the lead up to 11. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Pulls it in at the 13. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They trail now 14-3, an 11-point deficit as they start things out with a 1st and 10. To throw, it's Mahomes. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Mahomes. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll just get rid of it.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now Mahomes. Well, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
It's Melvin Ingram on the tackle.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Vikings. A big play there. Touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Vikings are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. And he's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. A first carry now for Kofani Muhammad. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. And he'll give it here to his running back. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 11. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked up by Foyesade Oluwakin. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. Now a first down carry for Harris. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Ryan finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. On the give, this is Harris. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
From the gun, it's Ryan. Dancing to his left. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. And his kick is good. And the lead up to 3 touchdowns now. It's 24-3. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me.
Mahomes hit. He lost the football. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. Mahomes going to throw. Going for the deep ball. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. It's a big play there for the Chiefs. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Well, the passing game right now for them, not overly impressive. Last week he hit on right at 50%. This week he's under 50%.
And it's not just on him. Protection, a few breakdowns along the way. That's made him get off the spot. Receivers not getting their way open downfield. The coverage has been awfully tight. They've got to all get together and find ways to make this passing game get in gear.
Throwing is Mahomes on third. And this is going to be incomplete.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on third down.
This Minnesota D up to the task on the third down pass play. Butker's kick here is good. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back. But that's one step in the proper direction.
Play action. Ryan. He's going to take another shot here. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line.
So first thing across my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete.
Well, defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
Mahomes will try again on second down. And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 14. And a very good return as he'll take it all the way up to the 40-yard line. Boy, we've seen a lot of mistakes here in this first half, and another there on the interception.
Yeah, they're certainly starting to pile up, aren't they? Because, let's face it, we expect a miscue here and there, but they're already down 3 scores and still giving the ball away. If they want to get back in...
And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And this is thrown to the sideline. No receiver in the area, though, and that's going to bring out a flag. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
Play action. It's Ryan. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that's caught inside the 30. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. On first down, Harris. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll try the right side with Harris. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And his kick is good. So we hit halftime with our visitors, the Vikings, taking the lead to the locker room. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
And he finally is out of bounds, but he's down inside the 20-yard line. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. They hand this off to Harris. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're...
And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Najee Harris, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. He'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's third down. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Oh, had his hands on it. Couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Here's the Chiefs punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time out, another touchdown, and I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the fourth quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport. The roads would be fairly clear by the time we have to leave the booth.
They go play action with Ryan. Steps away to his left. Got a man, it's Darren Waller. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Harris. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. They run with Harris. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. Turn to the power game to try to get in. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. They'll try to run with Harris. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Najee Harris with touchdown number 3 here in this game, and 17 now on the year. And this Viking offense is running away with this one. Point after, up and good. And that will extend this big lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. They'll try and pick it up on the ground with Wilson. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. On first, they'll go back to Wilson. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game of the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. And they give this time to the tailback. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. Now they try the right side here. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Here's the Chiefs punter now as he's on to kick it away. It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just give him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent, it's really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
And now they're just looking to add to that total. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Off the play fake. Here's Ryan. And that is incomplete. Well, the pressure there on third down, forcing the errant pass. Fourth down coming up. The Vikings send out their punter. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. Before they can get the punt away, whistles as we've come to the end of the third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. On first down, Mahomes. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
13, Mike 13. He's coming, he's coming. Check him. You must be getting tired of seeing me.
Take four. Shift. Watch the shift.
Yellow. Let's get it.
They go play fake. Mahomes. He finds his man complete. That's Love. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at about the 31. And he'll get this back across the midfield, striping down to the 47-yard line. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. 84 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Again, it's Harris on second down. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Again on the ground. Again, it's Ward. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the fourth quarter. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead will swell by 1 more. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And his throw is incomplete. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. Just a 20% success rate at 2 of 10. This is 3rd and 8. Mahomes now to throw. Forced out to his left. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're looking at a 3rd straight win here if they can hold on. They'll run on 1st down. It's Ward. And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29. Here's 2nd and 9. Just a yard on that last run. They'll keep it on the ground. Ward. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage. And now 3rd and 11 coming up. Ryan, a little pop pass, jet sweep. And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the 1st down. The Vikings send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He'll send this one into the Midwestern air, and it's a good one. And it's taken in at the 9. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
They'll try again from the 20 on 2nd and 10. Now here's Mahomes. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Foyesade Oluwakin. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. On the give, this is their fullback. And he'll take this forward for about 5 as we have come upon the 2-minute warning. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more 1st down to help salt this one away. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
When people talk about plays being blown up, that's exactly what they're talking about. That's Exhibit A for physical play.
Looks like Ryan's going to stay out there. Indeed, they're going to try for this on 4th down. They run for it with Harris. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. Mike Zimmer got to be unhappy with how that turned out. And the Chiefs' defense comes up with a stop. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Here's Mahomes to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Love.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time, they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
His throw incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And the Vikings pick up the football. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget. Absolutely. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock.
Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time.
And they take a knee. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Minnesota, they pick up win number 7 on the year. And they will head home next week to take on the LA Chargers. Meanwhile, for Kansas City, we'll see how this affects their playoff standing as they fall to 7-4 now on the year. And they will be at home next week to take on the Miami Dolphins. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.